Hi Aries, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and we are going to do a read, bi-weekly read as it pertains to love. This will be you and who, all right? I'm a tad bit late on these. I've been focusing on a couple really intensive projects as of late. So with that being said, I am here, and this will probably run like from July 5th all the way until like the 20th of July or so, all right? So just note that, all right? So with that being said, let's jump into this. I am going to pull an activation card because love always starts with you before we get into this other person and the dynamics of this. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? So what is most important for Aries to be aware of within the, within the first, I would say like the first half and a little bit more of July, okay? Just a little bit more, all right? We'll take a look. Energy's fluid anyway, but in any event, but that's what I'm going to see what wants to come through for you here. So here we go. Okay. So what do we have here? Ooh, dynamic. Okay. Interesting, guys. Interesting. So this is interesting. And it's funny because, let me put these cards over here. This is interesting because this is about reality. And to know that, you know, when something is dynamic, it's kind of like, it's moving, you know, kind of like how it works, like how this interacts, right? This is like the masculine energy here. And then this is the feminine energy that's going around here. And, so like together they work really, really well. But what this is talking about here is there's some sort of like how something interacts with something, like how are you interacting within your relationship or situation? What is the dynamics, right, between it, right? And so this is about really there is a dynamic process through this, okay? And bringing together things, you know, perhaps that might not always sometimes come together or were meant to come together. So what is the dynamic in a relationship or situation? Is it a little bit different than what you would typically go for? Vice versa, you know, it could be that could be the case. But this is really talking about that. It's interesting because this is the flowing of the feminine, but there's a dynamic process that brings together like two different aspects of each other, right? But in some way it harmonizes them. Like you bring a male and you bring the female and it harmonizes them. And in some way it kind of, it works together, right? It works together. And the result is, you know, alive with energy, movement, and a lot of different color, right? So it creates something there. It's kind of like when you get up on your feet, you know, for a moment, you shake yourself and you take some deep breaths, right? And you get your blood flowing, you get your energy moving, and then approaching that particular situation that maybe in the past or, you know, hours before that had befuddled you in some way, it allows you to take a fresh look at that now, right? So, and that's key, and that's key. So, it's interesting. So there could be some different dynamic in a relationship or situation on how it works that maybe typically is the opposite, but it tends to work, okay? It tends to work. So, it's coming through, guys. You're going to have to let me know. Note your comments below, but there's some sort of interesting aspect in terms of the dynamic, right? And how does that dynamic energy feel for you when you're interacting, okay, with that other person, okay? So it's taking a closer look at that, all right? Let's take a look. I'm going to pull another card. I want to find out, I've been pulling just two cards at the very beginning out of these two, and we'll take a look at what this is. Let's take a look at this card aside. Okay, so what do we have here? What wants to come through here? Wow. Okay, so child's love. Wow, this is about a love between a parent and a child. And there is like this beautiful bond, right? And this could also be the bond between you and your inner child, okay? That could very much well be the case. So this is saying is that there's a love between a child and a parent, or, you know, you and your you being the parent and your child's self. And this is about the establishing themselves, helping children establishing themselves because, you know, it's a part of you, right? That inner child is a part of you, right? And it's about, there's something that having to do with establishing itself in love, right? And it's a deep connection, and maybe it's a time for you and your child's self to you know, to come together and work together, right? And not to be in separation in terms of, that was my childhood, and you know, I'm bringing it on with me as an adult. This is about really, I guess, focusing on love for your inner child, right? Taking your inner child by the hand, saying, I love you, inner child, you're a part of me. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to provide security for you and help you grow. And we're going to do this together, right? It's kind of like that type of thing is what I'm getting. And there's a reason, there's something that bond needs to come into play in some way, shape, or form, okay? It's establishing some strong foundation in terms of moving forward. So it's that inner child parent, or, you know, parent child type thing dynamic that's happening here, that is playing a role, you know, that might have to do with the dynamics of a particular relationship at hand. Okay. It could be that a relationship, you know, you and your inner child, or you and your parent, or it could be the dynamics within a relationship. It could be affecting a relationship, or, you know, it could be the dynamics in a relationship. There's a lot of different ways to look at this, but it's coming through. Whatever it is, this is a dynamic card, and it's a 23 card reducing to a 5, and there's some sort of conflict in dynamics, right? And this is about focusing on, you know, being playful, like the child's love, you know, focusing on providing security and doing what it is that your body needs, and cleansing yourself, taking care of yourself as you would a child, you know, treating yourself like that, or you are coming together with your inner child, or having that type of relationship with your parent, and recognizing that and how that bond was close, or how a bond needs to become closer. So it's interesting. It could affect a relationship, you know. So anyway, that's what's coming through here. I'm going to put this aside. You're going to know if that resonates with you or not, okay? But what we're going to do is jump into your read. I should say, yeah, we're going to jump into your read here, and we're going to take a look at where you are at the present moment, all right? And then we'll take a look at this other person and so forth, okay? So something interesting is kind of coming out here. So we'll see how this plays out for the read, all right? What does Aries, where's Aries at this present moment, all right? Where's Aries at in this present moment for these next 2 to 3 weeks here? What do we have here? 7 of Pentacles, and well, 3 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Wands, this is all about some sort of preparation, having some sort of strategy or foresight within the situation. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is you. Okay, this is you. And then I get the 7 of Pentacles, which is about having faith. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Having faith that whatever you put your effort, energy, and love into, that it's going to reap rewards, right? You'll have a rate of return coming from that, right? So this is, you know, again, just focusing on, you know, with the threes here, it's all about communication. So you're preparing a strategy in terms of moving forward, and that is going to give you rewards, right? So if you do put love into something, you're going to get that back. So you're being more careful in having more of a discernment towards love, right? So that's interesting. You've got earth energy and fire energy here. So smart moves. That's really helpful too, guys. Let's take a look at anything else that wants to come out. Strength, and having the strength to do this is Leo energy, right? So taking on the strength to be able to do that, right? In love, right? You know, and then we've got the 4 of Swords. So the 4s are all about some sort of stability, right? And this is about taking a moment and resting, not moving right or left, just taking a moment, right? You know, stepping into that light there, right? So taking a moment, you know, kind of standing on the top of the hill, getting some sort of enlightenment. So before kind of going to that next step, right? So 4 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, okay? And anything else, King of Swords. Could be dealing with a fellow air sign, well, I shouldn't say a fellow, an air sign. I was just looking off the 4 of Swords and thinking, But no, could be, you might be dealing with an air sign here. The King of Swords is all about the intellect, authority over one's intellect, right? Now, this could be you taking on this energy right now. You could be within your head taking authority over your intellect, making better decisions. Maybe you were focusing too much on the heart, and then you're kind of using your head a little bit. Or you could be dealing with some having rest or a time out from a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius right now, okay? You're just being smarter in love. So interesting. What does the Love Oracle have to say for you right now, okay? Where you're at the present moment, Aries. What do we have? Yeah, reflection, guys. Reflecting. You're reflecting on the thoughts, reflecting of the actions, and it's so interesting. Yeah, doing it by the moonlight, right? And good times to be doing this. Definitely, guys, check out my moon candle, all the goodies that come with that. You'll see it in the description box below, but this is taking a moment to maybe reflect upon your love and your actions and how you move towards love and what you want in love and what you need to do differently or what you're doing well and that you want to continue to do. So you're going through some sort of reflection, and it could be in a recent relationship. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. It's some previous date. Could be a past relationship as well, but it could be just past relationships overall and how you want to move forward to the new one, okay? But you're having reflection nevertheless, right? And because you were planting new seeds, right? You're planting new seeds so you can spring forward, right? And new pathways and new beginnings in love. And I think that's what you're doing, right? You're planting new seeds there. Let's go ahead and take a look at where this other person is at, okay? Let's take a look where this other person is at that is on Aries' mind when coming to my channel. 8 of Wands, okay? So some sort of change. Let's take a look here. Interesting. Yeah. So you might be at a distance from this person too, okay? There could be some things that are hidden as well within this. I do get the Moon card, and I'm surprised that's coming up. We just spoke of it too. And it could be that there could be some sort of travel change and movement of that which has kind of mystified you, okay? So that could be the case. Could be dealing with the Pisces as well. But I do get some sort of change, travel, something is changing, right? And it's mysterious at this point. It's kind of hidden at this moment. Give me more from this Moon card. Queen of Pentacles. And this is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Queen of Pentacles. So this is that down-to-earth, motherly type of energy. So it could be someone that carries that type of energy, or you might be carrying that yourself. That you're really focusing on down-to-earth energy. Maybe you're focusing on the moon phases and manifesting right now. That could definitely, could be the case. But, I kind of feel that with this other person is that there are some things that are hidden, right? And they could, again, at a distance from each other. I don't know if there is perhaps another person here, an earth sign within there, but they could have earth in their chart, or you could have it in theirs, or someone around them has earth energy. The 2 of Pentacles, they're manifesting. Well, this is about balancing and adapting. So I don't know if they've got 2 people within their life. There's the 2 of Pentacles that's balancing and adapting. So it could be that they're balancing, adapting 2 different people. Because again, I get earth energy, and yeah, I get earth energy, or it could be 2 situations, right? Interesting. I'm going to pull a love oracle. What's going on with this other person? I get the Queen of Pentacles, which tells me there's someone there, but then there's balancing that. They're trying to balance out that something is hidden. They're hiding something. They're hiding something at a distance. Let's take a look. They're focusing on work. Okay, so it could be this person has been focusing on work. They've been working a lot. Okay, and not really taking the time for love. Things have been clouded. There's some sort of misunderstanding and some sort of misunderstanding and confusion, okay, that they're in right now. That's probably why they're balancing back and forth. Maybe they're kind of clouded about the situation as it pertains to you, or the situation overall. In the winter, it was frozen, and I think that you guys might know that or kind of feel that. But they felt that there was no progress being made. It was frozen there, and they want to clear up any sort of bad vibes. So they do want to clear up any sort of bad vibes right now. Okay, interesting. What else wants to come up for this other person? I still, interesting. I'm just kind of curious. Just ask comes out. Wow. You know, this is about talking to their spirit guides in terms of moving forward. So this is whatever that they're kind of don't have answers to. They're being kind of prodded to just ask, you know, the spirit world, ask their source, you know, loved ones, friends, and guides, and angels and helpers who definitely want to help them. So they feel a little bit clouded within a situation. Maybe there's a current situation that they're in with an earth sign, okay? And I don't kind of feel that's you, but they're trying to balance things. Let's go on. Let me find out what the dynamics are between both of you, okay? So let's take a look at what's the situation? What's the core issue? What's the shadow issue regarding the situation between you both? Okay, let's take a look at what that is. Ten of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah, I get a lot of air energy, guys. I'm getting a lot of air energy. There's been some sort of anxiety, depression, or disappointment within this situation together. And someone's moving forward with passion. So I do get like the Knight of Wands, moving forward with passion, but it's, you know, lust, adventure. It's more of like a lust type thing, moving forward that way. And then I get a brand new opportunity, which is an Ace of Swords, having power, victory, and clarity. So this, you know, the shadow side of things is that letting go of the disappointment, moving forward with passion, you know, for a new beginning, can bring a lot more, you know, for clarity. But it's all about having to let go of the disappointment and the anxiety and all of that. The shadow issue is to let go of that Ten of Swords within the situation. So tell me a little bit more about this Ten of Swords. What's this Ten of Swords here? Okay, what is that? Nine of Swords. Wow. Yeah, it's like I gotta tell you guys, I mean, anxiety, depression, despair. With this situation, wow, someone needs to let that go. Someone's in a bad spot right now, okay? And I get the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. See, I get the Queen, and I get the Queen of Pentacles, and I get the Queen of Cups, right? And it's interesting because of the dynamics coming through here, right? And I got the King of Swords here, so I kind of feel that there's two people. And you could be either one of this. I kind of feel that you might be taking on like the, I don't know, I'm not sure, like the Queen of Cups, so to speak. But I kind of feel that some of you might have, of course, you know, water in your chart. But it's interesting. I feel that there's two queens and there's some sort of decision and debacle, and there's something being hidden here, okay? And it's led to a lot of anxiety and despair, okay? So the crux of the situation, like the shadow side, is something's being hidden. And it's about letting go of those burdens here, okay? So tell me a little bit more about the Nine of Swords. I'm going to see if there's anything else that wants to come through from the wellness cards. Tell me a little bit more about the Nine of Swords. Wow. Nine of Swords is letting go, inner peace, clearing the past, ancient trauma. It could be, you know, trying to focus on fulfilling a life's purpose. Okay, so someone is letting go of something because it's the 9, I get the 10 and I get the 9. So it's progression leading up to an ending. So the ending is of this anxiety, depression, and despair in the shadow energy. And now moving forward to inner peace, one's highest expression. Okay, so it's about letting that go. Inner peace, highest expression, and happiness. You know, someone's focusing on their calling. So, you know, and this despair kind of propelled that into them, you know, kind of got them into that. I think that there was something that was hidden and something that was maybe perhaps found out. Another person? Guys, you got to let me know. Note your comments below. And then what I get is someone that is now is focusing on complete happiness, inner bliss, and, you know, highest, you know, focusing on their highest vibe. And that, I feel, is you, Aries. I feel that you're focusing in on that. You're focusing on your inner peace. This is you. This is you. So somehow this type of situation brought you to this. And maybe, again, people are brought into their lives for reasons, seasons, or a lifetime. And it's not always for the one-all, end-all person. But that's what I see coming through here. Okay, so let's take a look even further. If you were to stay, if this were to continue, you know, even though you're focusing on this right now, right? And this other stuff is happening here as well. How can, you know, what is the best way? Like, how can, what's going to help in this? I guess I should ask, what's going to help in this? Okay. What's going to help in this situation? Okay. What's going to help? Okay. Let's take a look. Two of Swords, making a decision. Three of Pentacles, it's got to be teamwork. Yeah, and then I get the Six of Swords, and Six is all about growth, okay? So this is about, you know, transition, passage, moving forward. So this is about making some sort of decision. So what's interesting, what's going to help is a decision needs to be made, okay? Two of Swords, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it looks like that you may have made a decision, you or this other person, and if that other person made a decision, you know, I got the Three of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, communication, working with others, teamwork to up-level yourself. You could be surrounded by your tribe and moving forward. And then I get the Six of Swords, and this is about you're not where you were before, but you're not where you want to be quite yet. So you're just you're letting all this go, and this is what all this is. This is what all this is. You know, kind of like this Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords stuff. You're leaving that, and there's kind of like a whole new opportunity coming into play. You're reaching the high peak. You'll be able to move to the other side, right? So you're on the other side of this, but you're still almost there. The energy is still, it hasn't quite left, but you're not going down to this. You're moving up and forward. So you're at that right in between stage, right? So, but you're getting help from your tribe in terms of moving forward for the Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Again, could be dealing with an air sign. Maybe they have Earth in their chart too, or you do as well, have air or Earth. But yeah, the Six of Swords is, you know, the Six of Swords is all about you're transitioning. You're transitioning out of this, and you're focusing on your inner peace, happiness, and highest expression. Wow. So this was the core issue at hand. And what's going to help you is to transition out of that with teamwork, right? And collaboration, and you making a decision. You did. I think that's kind of what was happening here. What's going to help in this? Anything that's, put that aside. What's, two cards from the same other deck. What's going to help you in this? Interesting. It's so interesting, guys. Let's take a look. What's going to help you? Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is wealth, establishment, and this is focusing on the coin, right? So this is really focusing on what it is that you want in love. You want the whole thing, right? This is wealth and definitely establishment. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. And then I get the Six of Cups, which is all about looking back at the past, that innocence and that nostalgia, the memories of the past, right? And then I get the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about being engaged. Some of you might be focused on education and engaging and moving forward in your life and doing more research as it pertains to the situation, okay? It could be that, I gotta tell you, I almost feel like there's something from the past. It doesn't have to be a person, but that anxiety, despair doesn't necessarily have to be that person. That person could have been that catalyst for it, but I think it's something doing deep within. I think it's something within you that you've made some sort of major change within you, okay? And this was a catalyst to it. Yeah, you're surrendering to what is. Like, you're not going to fight it, try to take control of it. You're going to surrender to just what is in the situation, okay? You're just accepting the love situation, the situation as is, okay? And in doing that, that's what brought exactly all this inner peace, right? That's what brought you to focus on bringing more happiness into your life, and then focusing in on your highest expression, right? Good vibrations, like your purpose, your destiny, your bliss, you know, and you know your worth, right? So you stood up for that, and you're surrendering to, well, this is what it is. It's what it is, and you keep it moving, and you focus on you, knowing that the right person is going to be showing it up in the right way at the right time, right? So that's what I see coming through here. Wow, how interesting. Yeah, that's interesting, guys. Wow. Yep, that's how, that's what's coming through here. Very interesting. Just know that I get the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and this is changing of destiny. So there is a whole new cycle that is changing. You're on that fresh new cycle. So there's new energy for both sides, but there's new energy for you too. And then you have a choice. You know, you have a choice, you know, to be free or to, you know, come together, because there's new energy here, right? So it's changing. But that choice is you, all right? And I think a lot of you are kind of moving in this. Like, Yeah, free yourself. You're getting rid of the stress and of the situation, surrendering to what is. And that is what's going to make progress for you, okay? No more betrayal, no more of lies, of anything of the sort. You can kind of snuff that out. And if this is supposed to be met, you're focused on soulmate divine union. So it could be the other person wasn't quite ready, and you're moving on. You're keeping it moving, but the Wheel of Fortune has changed. So now you're in a fresh cycle of energy. So you're focused on, this is what I want, and I'm going to free myself from any other stress. And if this is just what it is right now, it is, but I'm definitely focused on this, and I'm going to keep focused on this. In the meantime, I think you're working on your bliss, is what the cards are saying, guys. Interesting, right? It looks like there's a soul contract. There's a divine union here. The timing might be off just a little bit, is what I feel. The timing just could be off just a little bit, is what I feel. What we're going to do is I'm going to take this to an extended, and we're going to find out a little bit more about this other person, a little bit more about the timing, but what they want from you, what they, you know, what their next move is, what they're most afraid of, right? Their next steps, messages from both sides, as well as we'll go into a little bit more of the potential outcome for this and advice. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, Aries. Bye-bye.